started almost 20 years ago now, doing just tires and wheels, and morphed into full service automotive repair, maintenance, and now into custom truck accessories. We do sprayed in truck bed liners, we do some industrial coatings as well. So really anything in a vehicle, pertaining to a vehicle, that's what we do. We're all locally owned, we're all from here. You go from helping a customer at service counter, and then later on in the night you can see them at a hockey game or a football game, and it's nice to be able to say hi to those guys, and we appreciate their support. I don't need to fix everything on your car today and never see you again. We want to grow relationships, right? When we talk to people about auto repair needs, things like that, it's more of a kind of a 1 through 10 level, right? We'll help educate you and discuss how severe your repairs might be and what can wait a little while. Our telephone number is 651-426-4640. We have a website, it's www.podstire.com. Of course, we're on Facebook and Instagram as well.
I'm Will Anderson, graduated from White Bear Lake High School in 1991. Played hockey for the Bears for 3 years. I was lucky enough to go to the state tournament my sophomore and junior year. My thing at American Family is I believe that customer service is a lost art form. You can buy insurance from a number of different people and a number of different ways out there. If you're buying insurance online and you don't have a representative, I'd love to be that person. One of the things that makes us a little bit different is we always insure people the way we would want to be insured. So I start out with a very robust insurance package. I believe that your home is your number one asset. So you want to make sure that's very well protected. Most people would rather pay a little bit more to have great coverage. And that's what we do. We give people the options for great protection. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, but you can call us, text us at 612-361-7283. That's my cell phone, 612-361-7283, or WillAndersonAgency.com.
And we welcome you to the greatest hockey arena in the world. It's White Bear Lake Boys Hockey on the Horn, presented by Pods, Complete Car Care and Accessories, as well as, of course, Will Anderson, American Family Insurance. With Zach Chapman, I'm Zach Halverson. Thank you for spending your Thursday evening with us. The Bears and the Mustangs. It's a home game technically for the Bears. Both teams, of course, share the TCO Sports Garden as their home rink, so not much of a home advantage. It's basically a neutral site, but it should be fun either way. It's a Suburban East Conference collision, Zach.
Oh, yeah, we're back at it. The Mustangs and the Bears, it's been fun between these two teams over the past few years. You got the fans from it's kind of a combination. I don't even know if they have the fans totally split like they do in other seasons. Mounds View, it looks like they're on the other side of the rink this time, but sometimes you have them to the right of us, and then you got the Bears section on the left. It's a whole chaotic event, but it's a good rivalry. It's going to be a good game tonight.
As for the national anthem, we'll be back after this.
Well, we started almost 20 years ago now, doing just tires and wheels, and morphed into full service automotive repair, maintenance, and now into custom truck accessories. We do sprayed in truck bed liners, we do some industrial coatings as well. So really anything in a vehicle, pertaining to a vehicle, that's what we do. We're all locally owned, we're all from here. You go from helping a customer at service counter, and then later on in the night you can see them at a hockey game or a football game, and it's nice to be able to say hi to those guys, and we appreciate their support. I don't need to fix everything on your car today and never see you again. We want to grow relationships, right? When we talk to people about auto repair needs, things like that, it's more of a kind of a 1 through 10 level, right? We'll help educate you and discuss how severe your repairs might be and what can wait a little while. Our telephone number is 651-426-4640. We have a website, it's www.podstire.com. Of course, we're on Facebook and Instagram as well.
And here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Time for some awesome hockey action on the Horn. The 3-4 Mounds Mustangs and the 6-2 White Bear Lake Bears. Bears are 0-1 on the year here at home, coming off of a loss to the Eastview Lightning that we had here on the Horn a couple of weeks ago. They had a game postponed between then and now with Rosemount, but they did get a win against Forest Lake in the meantime. And so they have been somewhat busy, but a lot of time off. Of course, that's what happens when you're around the Christmas break.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of action around high school hockey just in general, but to get back here for just the second game, it's super weird for us to be here, and this is the second game we're calling all year so far.
Yeah.
We're heading into January with just 2 games under our belt, but White Bear Lake, the main thing today, we saw it against Eastview last time they're on the home rink. They need to stay out of the penalty box for the most part. They're going against a team that theoretically they should beat. They've got the better manpower. They've got a better team. They've got a couple good players in Johnny Conlon, and then also Aiden Patrice, who I feel like has been around forever as the goaltender for the Mounds Mustangs. He's back in net, another captain. Those are the 2 main men for the Mustangs, but overall, we're looking at a good game between these 2.
Yeah, Aiden Petrich's having a great year so far. 94% save percentage just on the season, better than his career at 91%. So he's certainly going to be tough to beat for the Bears tonight, but they are very lucky to have sophomore goaltender Leo Gabriel. He's hovering around 87% on the year with his 4-2 record and 3.31 goals against average, as they have to figure out something with the White Bear Lake goal before we get this game underway.
The water bottle is just sitting out on the ice there.
Yeah.
Left the net already.
Well, here we go. Bears and Mustangs, Suburban East Conference collision. Copyright Kevin Fallness, and off the draw, the Mustangs get it deep into the White Bear Lake end. Bears looking to break it out. It's Nolan Road finding some open ice to his left. He'll hand it off here to Joe Belisle, who gains the line, gets into the Mustangs end, goes deep into the corner. Swung hard around the wall by Driscoll. Back to the blue line, Distad drops it down low. Aiden Welch battling at the half wall, kicks it to his stick, keeps with it. Knocks it off for Distad, who sends it off the back wall behind that Mustangs goal. Backhand to the blue line, fired immediately on goal save. Rebound, and another save made there by Petrich as the puck goes to the corner. Back out high for Aiden Welch. Left side, Distad shot deflected in front. Nobody there in the back door to put it away for the Bears. Eckerly with a chance now. His shot deflected to the corner off the stick of Welch as he baseball batted it away. Here's Eckerly again at the blue line. Fires a shot, redirected, bounced around in the slot area and then cleared out by the Mustangs. They send it all the way down the ice. We'll have I guess they won't call that icing. And we'll continue to play on. It's Grady Gallatin. He'll gather some speed in his own end. Carried it in offside. And now we have our first whistle.
Well, I love the start from White Bear Lake early on here. I mean, it was a dump in from Belisle. Very fast-paced game for White Bear Lake. They came in, and then Welch just from the top of the point, quick slapper, and they're easily putting pucks on net right away. And Bears, they look good so far.
Bears trying to keep the energy going. Stanius drops it back. Stolen away by Aiden Bale. Mustangs looking to break it out. Hogging the wall there on the far side was Distad. Couldn't keep it in front of him. And the puck is sent deep into the White Bear Lake end. Back to grab it is Stanius. Stanius picks it up here for the Bears. Driving in, lost it as he entered the Mustang end. Picked up and shot out by Baird, who watches it go down for an icing. Another whistle, 2:04 in. Just one shot on goal so far. And it goes to the White Bear Lake Bears. Mustangs win the draw, back to Landon Mazzacco. He'll rim it around the wall. Scooped up here by Max Young, but it's pickpocketed and sent deep into the Mounds end by Noah Norman. Mazzacco retreats. Hits off a stick. Bears will have to regroup. Stolen away by Mazzacco and forced deep into the White Bear Lake end, where once again that water bottle is just laying down there. I don't know what's going on with the White Bear Lake goal, Zach. I have never really seen an issue with a water bottle not staying on the top of the cage, but apparently there's got to be some issue that's forcing that to be the case.
Well, maybe instead of the moorings tonight, we're going to see water bottles that just can't stay on the net.
Yeah, we're going to have to get some new goals apparently, and that looks like looks like it'll be Leo Gabriel will go back and pick up that water bottle again. I wonder where he's going to put it because it keeps. I like to actually. Oh, he put it in his goal. So what could be the case where the shelf isn't working?
I don't know.
Like I said, never seen that being an issue before. Here's Rode behind the Mounds View goal. Continues the battle. Connects with Distad at the blue line. He'll return it down deep for Rode. Rode centers one, intercepted by Grant Dean, and he'll flip it to center. Distad will go off the White Bear Lake bench boards, and then it's carried back in offside by Mounds View.
Well, we started very quick for White Bear Lake. Got a quick shot on goal. They looked quick, and now all of a sudden we're playing soft passes back and forth, dumping the puck. Here we go. A few offsides and back to a slower pace of the game.
Yeah, the feeling out process definitely did not start the game, but now it has certainly settled into a kind of let's feel each other out and figure out how the rest of this game is going to go. It's centered, cleared out by Dean. Won't go, I believe, for an icing, and they will wave it off. So scooping it up here is Joe Belay. He'll stop behind his goal and direct traffic as he will elect to go up the right side. Shakes a defender. Uses that goal as the blocker, and then the puck goes off a stick and into the Mounds View bench, and a very slow pace to start this one off.
Very similar, I feel like, to the way it started in Eastview a couple weeks ago. A lot of icings, a lot of offsides. Took him about half a period to feel it out.
85-foot pass connects with Blake Eckerly, who dumps it deep into the Mounds View zone. Grabbed by Bale. Left for Mazzocco. Mazzocco lost it at the blue line. Bears with a quick transition back the other way. Here's a shot left side. Save. Rebound loose. Bouncing up in the crease and then carried out of danger nicely by Grant Dean. A good look for White Bear Lake early by Charlie Olson. He's got 7 goals on the year. Almost found number 8, or at least an assist. But Bears could not take advantage of the Mazzocco turnover. Will Distad, left side. Here's Blake Eckerly. Poked behind the Mounds View goal now. Weimer. Lost it over to Mazzocco. Mazzocco plays it forward for Mitch Olson, who crosses the red line and backhands it deep. Back to pick up is Gallatin. Gallatin looks for options. Fakes a pass to his right. Instead goes up to his left, where it's intercepted by Sam Schulte. Schulte scoots along the blue line, sends it in on goal, and it's paddled to the corner by Leo Gabriel. Left wing side, here's Gibson. He'll skate it to the blue line. Let it go for Norman. Chasing after it is Buto. Buto reversing direction behind the goal. Puck finally comes free, and the Mustangs will control it, at least for a moment. They got it to neutral ice. Trying to keep it in front of him is Noah Driscoll. Is able to get it from blue line, where it's scooped up by the Mustangs, then intercepted nicely by Akins. Akins moving in. It's poked off his stick. Still loose in the slot. Now poked out by the Mustangs as they look for maybe an odd man rush, but coming back on the back check is Kyle Gibson. He'll force the issue at the half wall, steals the puck away and gives it up. And it's carried forward by Norman to the red line. Driscoll steals it back for Mounds View. But then it's pickpocketed nicely by Norman, who gains the line. A wholesale change for White Bear Lake with 11 minutes to go in period number 1. As the Mustangs try to get it deep into the Bears' end. Denying that is Belial, as the Bears will now regroup in their own zone. Scooped up by Distad. Drop pass to Distad from Belial. Allows him to gain some speed. Gets the line, dumps it on goal. Weird, funny bounce, and adjusting and making the save and covering it up is Aiden Petridge. Scoreless here, 10.5 to go. Period number 1. Shots on goal 4-1 in favor of White Bear Lake, and a slowly developing, but it looks like it's starting to open up just a little bit more, Zach.
Yeah, I mean, White Bear Lake, they've been mainly just bringing it in the zone, firing right away, looking for rebound opportunities, going behind the net, maybe looking for some wraparound attempts, but I like the way White Bear Lake's thinking right now. Nothing too fancy. They're just playing simple, get pucks on net, and hopefully one goes in early here.
Lyle keeping it in, slides it across for Distad. Distad with the shot looking for a deflection, but Borgstad couldn't track it down. Again, Distad will pass it to his left. Here's Welch with a shot, loose in front, and the Mustangs able to get it to the outside. Coming down is Belial. He'll try to keep it in, is able to do so. And the second effort is also good as it gets to the half wall. Bears trying to keep it in front of them. Mustangs struggling early to break it out. They've turned the puck over a few times already at the blue line. They do it once more. Belial to his left. Here's Borgstad with a shot. Save, rebound in front, trying to find road on the back door was Welch, but the Mustangs got in the way of it, and they'll carry it down the ice. Sam Schulte off of Gabriel's right pad to the corner, bounces back for Baird, who fires one wide of the White Bear Lake goal. Schulte steps up, one hands it down to the corner. It's carried around by Baird. He'll ring it around the wall, goes all the way down the ice. The Bears will ice. No, it won't go. The ice is pretty slow moving here. You know, halfway through the first period, and we've seen some icings now denied just by the puck not sliding like you would maybe expect it to early on in this evening. Johnny Conlon will dump the puck deep. Of course, both teams play their home games here. The Bears do play their home games. This is only their second of the season, but no real advantage here. Both teams know this ice. They know how the boards bounce, and it's friendly confines for all 40 of the skaters here tonight. 40 or so, give or take. I don't know if we'll have an exact count. If you want to count them in the intermission, Zach, you feel free to.
You might have to.
That's an icing. 8 minutes, 34 seconds to go now in the opening frame. A rare face-off in the White Bear Lake zone coming up. Thought we were going to see it earlier. Bears carried out of the zone. Buteau lost it. Helping out is Noah Norman. They'll dump it in, but Mazzacco gathers speed, cuts through this White Bear Lake deep core, goes to his right, and it's fired on goal. Nice save for Gabriel as he directs it aside, denying Jack Laux the opportunity. The White Bear blue line, I should say, they'll send it down the ice, and a second consecutive icing for White Bear Lake. Heck of a crowd, I gotta say. You know, whenever you have the games here in the winter break, Zach, it tends to increase the attendance. A lot of kids coming back, a lot of families coming back to the area to watch, and both sides of this arena. It's about the fullest I've seen this rink in a while for like a non-White Bear Hill Murray game.
Yeah, or a playoff game for that matter. It's
Yeah.
definitely packed. I mean, you even have people lined up, quite a few along the boards. It's a nice sight to see for sure.
Of course, White Bear Hill Murray will not play here this year. It was actually, I believe, I could be mistaken, but I believe this was supposed to be a Hill Murray home game this year, but the Pioneers let it be a White Bear home game due to Hockey Day Minnesota. It's a shame because there's really no better venue anywhere to host that game than this one, Zach. It works out great. There's plenty of room to move and breathe, and they don't have to. I mean, they only have to cool off the building a little bit to fight the body heat.
Yeah, can't get much better than the TCO.
Here's Welch with a breakaway chance here, and he goes to Road, backdoor, score. The Bears get on the board. 7:12 to go in the opening period. It's Nolan Road scoring his 10th of the year.
Well, if the Bears are going to cut me off, they might as well score a goal. Beautiful play from Welch, just entering the zone and getting a 2-on-1 quick opportunity. Finds the St. Cloud State commit. Love to see it from Nolan Road. And an easy goal as he adds to his total. That's his 10th of the year. As he enters, he's the first Bear to enter double digits in the goal column. The Bears find themselves up 1-0.
Second line now trying to follow up, use that momentum. Left wing side, a shot redirected in front, and it went off of the stick of Jack Stanius. And it was covered up by Petrich. Draw one by the Bears. A hard slapper from the point by Grady Gallatin doesn't go. Now the puck goes up in the air, bounces down. It's backhanded by Gallatin. Nice job by Willett lifting a stick, but Mustangs able to track that loose puck down. They'll control it at their blue line. Weimer to his right. Let go and into the zone come the Mustangs. A shot turned away by Gabriel. Nice to have a mascot again here. White Bear Lake Bear mascot and his classy blazer. I don't remember that when I was a kid with the mascot wearing a blazer, but that works too. And I don't remember the hat either, but it works as well. Nice little poke check put on there by Aiden Petridge, the goaltender, which denied the Bears a great A scoring opportunity in front of that Moundsview goal. As we go back to more important things, the White Bear Lake Bear mascot. Stanius in the corner. Knocked away from the puck by Aiden Bale. Bale reversing direction. Slides it to his right. Ozako, the captain, watches it go back into the Moundsview zone. He was heading to the bench to get a line change and was forced to stay back out there. Mustangs with a clean breakout. Aiden Bale in on the left side. Centers one. It's loose in front and then poked out. Nice job there by Devin Willett and Aiden Akins getting that puck out of danger. But in the process, it looks like we got a slashing call, and heading to the box is Kyle Gibson. And a power play opportunity now for Moundsview in this first period. And it really couldn't have come at a better time, Zach, for the Mustangs.
No, I really couldn't. And I mean, going back to Willett making the beautiful stop there, using the stick poke check. I mean, stopping Schulte, who is not, he's arguably their best defender in terms of offensive production so far this season. And just get the stick away. It's unfortunate to come away with the penalty. And
chance shot, score. Little bit of a tic-tac-toe type bounce. And Grant Dean has scored his second goal of his season. Doubled his goal total tonight with a power play goal. It took him just 9 seconds into that White Bear Lake penalty kill.
That was very quick. They won the face-off, made a quick setup, played through the defenseman, found the wing along the right-hand dot, and one-time shot back in the net, and Gabriel not able to move quickly laterally enough, and good goal there for the Mustangs.
Didn't even have a chance to share the power play and penalty kill stats, and it makes a little bit of sense there. I mean, this power play for Moundsview, but hovering around 23% entering this evening. And the penalty kill for the Bears is only at 70%. So it's certainly one of the things you maybe want to clean up if you're White Bear Lake, as Borgstad sends one off the blocker of Petridge. Another try from a weak angle, doesn't get to the goal. Nolan Road trying to steal it away, can't do so. Puck high up in the air, bounces down, dribbles past that White Bear Lake goal line for an icing with 4:43 to go in period number one. But yeah, it is a little bit of a weakness there, Zach, that penalty kill. And with all the practice that they've had this year, and that was their 35th penalty kill, they just can't seem to keep teams off the board. Charlie Olson backhands it to the blue line here for Eckerly. He'll fire one that goes off some bodies into the corner where the Mustangs scoop it up and they'll send it out. But Eckerly will control for White Bear Lake. Lets it go for Olson. Olson behind the goal for Grady Gallatin. He'll try up the left side. Connects with Eckerly. Eckerly hits it off of a Mustang stick. It dribbles just wide of the Moundsview goal. Grabbing it here is Mitch Olson. Olson gains speed, cuts across the neutral zone. Lost it as he entered the White Bear Lake side. He'll force the issue there as the puck goes free to Gallatin. He'll go off the wall to neutral ice. Spinning and firing it back deep is Jack Laux, but it was offside at the White Bear Lake blue line. We'll stop play once again. A tie game already. Couple of quick goals. in the mid to late part of this opening period. Mustangs trying to claw their way through, get it past that stingy White Bear Lake defense. As the puck goes back to the blue line. Picked up by Baird. He'll go to his right. The shot deflected just wide of the White Bear Lake goal. Trying to cover it up with his blocker was Gabriel, but he couldn't get a handle on it. And it goes back to Baird at the blue line. He'll find Schulte to his right. Schulte fires a shot. It ramps off the stick, flutters up in the air, bounced down, and scooped away by Noah Norman. Norman battling with the official there at the blue line. Puck comes free, across the center ice, face-off circle. It's backhanded deep into the White Bear Lake end. Poked out by Akins. Battle won by Mounds as it goes back deep into the corner. Jack Laux looking for options. Had it stolen away by Driscoll. Driscoll up the right side. Can't connect. Instead, Landon Mazzocca will handle it for the Mustangs. Trying to rip that puck away was Welch, but the Mustangs continue possession as they dump the puck deep into the White Bear Lake end. Behind the goal, it's battled for. Sam Schulte off the half wall. And we will, we understand we're having some video issues here. We will have it back, and we're back, and I don't have to do radio play-by-play, which is nice. Could have. But save my voice for later in the year for that. Here's Rode. To his right to Borgstad. Back to Rode. Rode centered one. Nice little play there, but unable to get a shot off was Belisle, but the Bears keep the pressure going. It's Rode in the corner. Back on high for Borgstad. Borgstad knocks it off the corner wall. Connects with Welch. Welch lets it go over to Belisle. Belisle back out high for Rode. Nice forecheck. Here's Rode with the shot. Hits a body in front. Drops in the slot. Backhanded score! Hayden Welch. As Nolan Rode returns the favor and the Bears lead 2-1.
Well, I mean, the puck just disappeared right in front of Petrich, and it was just, he couldn't find it. It was as simple as that. Welch is the first one to find it. Quick little backhander, gets it over the padding, and find yourselves up 2-1 now. Beautiful play. That's what happens sometimes when you just shoot pucks. It goes right in front of the net, takes a deflection, weird little bounce, traffic all around, and here we go.
Just under 2 to go here, and a pretty eventful first period, all things considered. Didn't start out that way, but an incredible forecheck by that top Bears line. And now here's Olsen trying to back it up. He'll let it go, and a shot from Stanius goes off a body, hits off the glass, and the Mustangs will try to find an outlet. They got it to the blue line. Eckerly trying to keep it in front of him. He gets some help from Olsen. Jammed just past the blue line. And the Bears, it looks like they'll call offside as Blake Eckerly gets up looking for a tripping call. He probably earned, but will not add to the duties of our off-ice officials. Alex Westad and family, I would believe. I can't confirm, is that his mom in there running the music? I mean, the whole family is his wonderful wife, I believe, does some great commentary. Here's a chance. Oh, Rode had it just trickle off his stick. Man, this 1-2 punch of Welch and Rode tonight, they have been doing phenomenal. I don't want to take anything away from Borgstad. Here's Rode again. He'll try to find Borgstad. Instead, it goes right to Jack Laux, who's got a breakaway. Laux finds the corner and ties the game with 50 seconds to go in period one.
Well, talk about unfortunate there, Zach. Deflected pass right out in front and taking it away and running away with it. Jack Laux just going straight for the net. Nobody in front of him. Just lifts it over the glove side of Gabriel. One-on-one, and tied up. It seems. I think that's the second quick goal the Mustangs have had right after the Bears have scored.
They are have answered quickly twice now, and impacts on both sides of the ice now. Of course, Nolan Road with seemed to be an innocent pass back to Borgstad, and just happened to be in the right place at the right time for Laux to break free. Puck goes all the way through. Here's Belisle on the left side. Bears trying to get something going. The whistle blown because the scoreboard went off, and unfortunately the officials aren't trained properly to know that the clock will turn right back on, and there is a backup process, and we do have the correct time.
Yeah.
Daktronics makes some good stuff, guys. We're good.
We're back to another.
I don't think you have to. They're talking right now with Alex Westad, and they're going to adjust it, but I don't think you have to.
I don't think so either.
There is. And again, I'm a nerd. I shouldn't know this. I've read the manual. I know how that works. If it goes off, there's a computer in there that keeps it back up, that when it fires back up, it resyncs. But anyway, what do I know? I don't know anything. I know way too much, actually. How you doing, Zach? They teach you that up in St. Cloud State?
Yeah, getting there.
You take scoreboard programming 101?
I don't know. I doubt it. Leave it for the students learning rink and how to manage all that.
Well, speaking of students learning, I mean, we had the clock the whole time thanks to Zach Rudine helping us out tonight here at TCO Sports Garden. They could have just asked us how much time was left. The answer, by the way, to that question now, Zach, of how much time is left, it's 0.
Yeah.
There's no time left.
It's just sounded when the buzzer makes, 0, 0, 0.
17 minutes are done. They're in the books. And it's unfortunate, by the way. The Bears had a really good forecheck going. Belisle had the puck in the corner. The Bears were threatening. And unfortunately, the Bears just were, I guess, due to the technical issue, just didn't work out. So we'll take a breather. Before we do that, your thoughts on the first 17, Zach?
Well, White Bear Lake, I mean, up 11-5 on shots on goal. They started the game quickly. They just entered the zone. They were firing. Nothing really too fancy about it for the most part. They got that opening goal, beautiful play. Road gets his 10th, and then they give up a penalty. And on the other side, the Mustangs able to convert. Beautiful one-time shot. Gabriel left out to dry, and 1-1. And it's been a back-and-forth game. When the Bears have scored, Mustangs have answered. That's been the story.
We'll check the comments in the intermission, and if there's anybody who's aware of why the Bear mascot is dressed in a blazer and neon-colored basketball shorts, I'd love the answer to that. So please chime in if you want. A jam-packed TCO Sports Garden on a very entertaining first period. 4 goals scored total, 2 for the Bears, 2 for the Mustangs, and that is where we sit after 1 period of play. That's all on the malfunctioning Pods Complete Car Care and Accessories scoreboard, by the way. Apparently, I'm gonna talk to Alex Westad, ask him what exactly happened, and if he's gonna ever let that happen again, because he can't let that happen again, right?
No, absolutely not.
What if that's a breakaway? Did they blow the whistle?
I think we're gonna hear it nice and very clear. Either side. Somebody will let their voice be heard. Let's take a breather. Back after this. You're watching White Bear Lake Boys Hockey on the Horn, all thanks to Pods Complete Car Care and Accessories.
I'm Will Anderson. Graduated from White Bear Lake High School in 1991. Played hockey for the Bears for 3 years. I was lucky enough to go to the state tournament my sophomore and junior year. My thing in American Family is I believe that customer service is a lost art form. You can buy insurance from a number of different people and a number of different ways out there. If you're buying insurance online and you don't have a representative, I'd love to be that person. One of the things that makes us a little bit different is we always insure people the way we would want to be insured. So I start out with a very robust insurance package. I believe that your home is your number one asset. So you want to make sure that's very well protected. Most people would rather pay a little bit more to have great coverage. And that's what we do. We give people the options for great protection. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, but you can call us, text us at 612-361-7283. That's my cell phone, 612-361-7283, or WillAndersonAgency.com.
We started almost 20 years ago now doing just tires and wheels, and morphed into full service automotive repair, maintenance, and then now into custom truck accessories. We do sprayed in truck bed liners, we do some industrial coatings as well. So really anything in a vehicle, pertaining to a vehicle, that's what we do. We're all locally owned, we're all from here. You go from helping a customer at service counter, and then later on in the night you can see them at a hockey game or a football game, and it's nice to be able to say hi to those guys, and we appreciate their support. I don't need to fix everything on your car today and never see you again. We want to grow relationships, right? When we talk to people about auto repair needs, things like that, it's more of a kind of a 1 through 10 level, right? We'll help educate you and discuss how severe your repairs might be and what can wait a little while. Our telephone number is 651-426-4640. We have a website, it's www.podstire.com. Of course, we're on Facebook and Instagram as well.
I'm Will Anderson. Graduated from White Bear Lake High School in 1991. Played hockey for the Bears for 3 years. I was lucky enough to go to the state tournament my sophomore and junior year. My thing in American Family is I believe that customer service is a lost art form. You can buy insurance from a number of different people and a number of different ways out there. If you're buying insurance online and you don't have a representative, I'd love to be that person. One of the things that makes us a little bit different is we always insure people the way we would want to be insured. So I start out with a very robust insurance package. I believe that your home is your number one asset. So you want to make sure that's very well protected. Most people would rather pay a little bit more to have great coverage. And that's what we do. We give people the options for great protection. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, but you can call us, text us at 612-361-7283. That's my cell phone, 612-361-7283, or WillAndersonAgency.com.
We started almost 28 years ago now doing just tires and wheels, and morphed into full service automotive repair, maintenance, and now into custom truck accessories. We do sprayed in truck bed liners, we do some industrial coatings as well. So really anything in a vehicle, taking to a vehicle, that's what we do. We're all locally owned, we're all from here. You go from helping a customer at service counter, and then later on in the night you can see them at a hockey game or a football game, and it's nice to be able to say hi to those guys, and we appreciate their support. I don't need to fix everything on your car today and never see you again. We want to grow relationships, right? When we talk to people about auto repair needs, things like that, it's more of a kind of a 1 through 10 level, right? We'll help educate you and discuss how severe your repairs might be and what can wait a little while. Our telephone number is 651-426-4640. We have a website, it's www.podstire.com. Of course, we're on Facebook and Instagram as well.
Welcome back to the greatest hockey arena in the world. It's White Bear Lake Boys Hockey on the Horn, live from TCO Sports Garden in Venice Heights, Minnesota, home of the Mounds Mustangs and the White Bear Lake Bears. But tonight it's the White Bear Lake Bears in the white home jerseys and with the last change. They have 2 goals on the evening, and the Mounds Mustangs have 2 goals of their own. Nolan Road got things started midway through the first. Grant Dean responded less than 2 minutes later. Aiden Welch scored for the Bears, and Jack Lauk for Mounds scored less than a minute after that. The answers have come quick from Mounds View. The Bears trying to get back in the lead, and then hopefully, Zach, hang on to the lead.
Yeah, that's been the key factor mainly when it comes to White Bear Lake and them after scoring. I mean, it can't be more than like a couple minutes that they've actually had the lead for total in this game, and with 2 goals. I mean, it's been a goal, an answer, and a goal and another answer.
I'm going to try to do White Bear math here. You ready? Here we go. 1 minute 55 on the first lead, plus 57 seconds. So that's 2:52. 2 minutes and 52 seconds of that first period, the Bears had the lead. Both were very brief, and credit to the Mounds Mustangs. They played a heck of a game so far. Certainly a tough foe for the Bears as Mustangs get things going here in the second period with a shot. Gabriel lets it go to his defense. Joe Belisle behind the goal to Eckerly. Or that could be Will Distad. That's Will Distad. I apologize. Quick pass to neutral ice. Turned over to the Mustangs. Here's Conlon. Stolen away. Racing after it. Here's Borgstad. He enters the zone left side. Cuts to his right. Finds Rode. Rode with the shot. It pinballs around. Doesn't go on goal. But here's Borgstad to finish the job, but making the save nicely is Aiden Petrich. Johnny Conlon. His pass doesn't connect. Bears looking for a penalty there. They do not get it. Eckerly. Long pass. The Bears just have to let it go, avoiding a too many men call. Smart play there by Devin Willett. I know you look at that and you see a lot of open ice between you and the Mustang goal, but if he touches that, probably a penalty on the Bears. And certainly don't want that here early in the second.
No, I mean, it's one of the two ways Mounds View has scored tonight. That first one, the power play goal, was killer. Kept Mounds View in it. Definitely don't want to see another one go back in the box for White Bear Lake.
Another icing for the Bears. Another face-off in front of Gabriel. Willett pokes it to the blue line, kept in by Mizako. But the Bears steal it back. It's Gallatin going behind his goal. Slides it to his right for Charlie Olson. Olson battles two Mustangs and is able to still break the puck out. Olson in support as the puck go past him, as well as Devin Willett. Bears will have to touch up to get onside, and that allows the Mustangs to control it, and they get it deep into the White Bear Lake end. Aiden Bale taken down in the process. Here's Eckerly. Eckerly from coast to coast. Drop pass now sent behind. It goes up in the air off the top of the glass. And picking up that loose puck is Schulte. Puts on the brakes. Cuts through his own zone. It's Sam Schulte entering the White Bear Lake side. Sends it off the boards. It hits the official. Bears trying to take advantage of that lucky bounce. But the Mustangs able to corral it. And he'll send it back behind the White Bear Lake goal. Bears looking to break it out. They get it to the blue line. Fired on goal by Ryan, but it doesn't go. Bears able to get it out of danger, at least for the moment. At his own blue line. It's Driscoll up the right side. Bears force it deep. Schulte sends it across. It finds the other number 4 on the ice in Noah Driscoll. Wrapped around the wall by Petridge. It does just escape the Mounds View zone. Driscoll will have it again. Sends it off a Mounds View stick deep into the Mustangs zone. Far corner, Baird trying to clear. He does clear the entire ice surface, and it goes into the stands. Looks like everybody's okay over there. Certainly a dangerous place to stand or sit. We've seen a lot of newer rinks just add netting all the way around. I don't know if I agree with that, though. On the far end of the TCO Sports Garden, you definitely have to keep your head up and your eye on the puck.
At least they got to keep a souvenir this time and then throw it back on the ice.
Never throw it back. If you're watching a varsity game and you get a puck, don't throw it back. At the very least, give it to a kid. These are for real games, darn it. If you watch the Horn the last 10, 11 years, whatever we're at right now, you know that one of the major sticking points here is the Bears go for a wraparound. It's denied by Petridge. But my main sticking point is if the puck was in the crowd, this isn't a youth game. You get to keep the puck. We got plenty more. And I know that there's probably some team officials who don't like that, who would like to save the money and keep the puck, keep that vulcanized rubber, which I say, send me the bill for a $4 vulcanized piece of rubber. Here's Belial. He'll return it back to the blue line where Aiden Welch will ring it hard around the wall, and he'll connect with Distad behind. Centering pass back out high. Here's Belial. Fires a shot, and it hit Welch right in the gut. He looks like he's okay, but it definitely stung him a bit. Belial lost it, puck to the blue line, and it does just escape the Mustangs' end. But the Mounds View Mustangs, they are tired. Bears are buzzing. Here's Welch with the shot, and a big save by Petridge as he directs it to the corner. Puck in the air, tracked down by Mizako. He'll look to clear, and he is able to do so. That's a big icing for Mounds View. They were in some deep trouble there on their heels, and they're able to survive. And under 12 to go on the Pods Complete Car Care and Accessories scoreboard. The Mustangs and the Bears tied it 2.
Yeah, it was a beautiful sequence there for White Bear Lake, able to set up something. The puck just squirted free right into the shooting lane of Joe Belial. Had a wicked shot, and unfortunately, I think Welch also probably, if it was possible, should have gotten credit for the save. I think that would have gone in. But Bears right now, great forecheck, great stick so far, and They're buzzing once again here.
Keeping it in as Welch. He'll try to skate it down low. It's poked off his stick. Mustangs get it to center. Gallatin regrouping for White Bear. Goes to Eckerly to his right. Eckerly, hard pass up the wall. Goes all the way through. Icing waved off. Mustangs trying to get it out. Welch steals it away, gives it over for Borgstad, who fires one. Big blocker save by Petrich. Getting that arm up just in time. Here's Borgstad! Second time a charm for Brady, and the Bears are back in the lead.
Well, this first line is unbelievable so far for White Bear Lake. They are giving problems to Mounds View right now. This time it's Borgstad with the one-timer, getting a beautiful shot right in the middle of the slot there. Nolan Road, a beautiful feed, beautiful setup, no traffic out in front. Petrich, tough save. Didn't have the most power on it, but nonetheless, great placement from Borgstad right into that corner of the left pad. And 3-2. Now can the Bears hold it for more than a minute and a half? That's the question.
Well, I sure as heck am not doing any more White Bear math tonight. I'll tell you that much.
You've worked hard
Mustangs
enough.
looking for another quick answer, and they set up a good chance, but the Bears got back in time, and now they'll try for an opportunity of their own. Nice job handing that out of danger by Zach Baird, who will track the puck down once again. Baird trying to shake off Devin Willett. Got it to the blue line, but ran into the trouble of Aiden Akins, who goes to his right. Charlie Olsen back for Akins. Akins fires a shot in the pads of Petrich, who looks around and is very happy to find it under that right pad. Didn't have a good view of it. The Bears had a lot of traffic in front, and a little bit of nice puck luck there for Petrich.
Yeah, and I think if Akins just put a little more power on it, I think we're looking at a 5-hole goal there too, because that slid right cleanly under the pad, and I think if it had a little more power, the momentum wouldn't have stopped right in the pads, and great opportunity there for the Bears.
He didn't do the full look behind him, but he definitely did a look around like, did this bounce off of me? Where is it? But good play all around, good save. Was in the right position. Keeps us a one-score hockey game. Bears trying to double their lead. Up the ice on the right side, it's Stanius. Jack Stanius all the way around back to the blue line. Here's Will Distad. Right to left, shot bounces up in the air, and it's cleared to the outside and picked up by Johnny Conlon for the Mustangs. Conlon up in the air, bounces down in the neutral zone, goes all the way through, and back to pick it up is going to be Noah Driscoll for White Bear Lake. Driscoll out of his zone with the puck. Up in the air, it's swatted down by the Mustangs. Great work by Conlon at the red line. Bears trying to get it past Johnny Conlon and just been unsuccessful. As captain Conlon to Mazzocco. Mazzocco goes to his left, connects with Weimer. Weimer back to Mazzocco. Mazzocco up the right wing side, trying to find his man, but getting in the way of that one was White Bear Lake, and they forced the turnover. They sent it right back deep. Midway through regulation, the White Bear Lake Bears lead the Mustangs of Mounds View 3-2. Into the zone comes White Bear Lake. Gibson on the right side. Gibson driving in on that backhand is ridden off the puck by Mazzocco. He'll get possession right back, however. Back to Distad at the blue line. His shot doesn't go. Stepping up is Belisle. Belisle behind the Mounds View goal. Goes off the wall to himself. Now try to go back down deep. It's poked to Gibson. Gibson fighting for the puck. Is beaten there by Laux. Laux got to the blue line. And keeping it moving forward is the Mustangs, but they were offside, so they will have to touch up. They're doing so as they get 5 fresh skaters out there. Quick wholesale change, that long change in the second period. Always a tricky one. And the officials rule that Dylan Buteau did not make contact with the puck, and that will go for an icing. 8:14 to go on the Pods Complete Car Care and Accessories scoreboard. The Bears lead the Mustangs 3-2.
Yeah, White Bear Lake, they're causing even more problems as the game continues, as the pace continues. Jack Fox had that really bad turnover right in the zone, going to the neutral ice, and the Bears seeing that same intensity that we saw in those first couple minutes that didn't really sustain. We had a lot more stoppages, and right now they look like the faster team. They look like the better team.
Gallatin Found Borgstad. Backhanded up in the air deep into the Mounds zone by Rode. Chases on. Puck squirts free. Now in front for Rode, and it poked off his stick. He'll gather it back in the corner. Goes to went in the direction of Eckerly, but it's stolen away by Jack Laux. Poked off his stick at the red line. Bears trying for a quick transition. Here's Aikens, or make that Welch on the right side. He'll fire a shot. Pad save made by Petrich. Borgstad scoops up the loose change. Skates it back toward the blue line. Left side, here's Eckerly with the shot, closing that 5-hole just in time as Petrich. Eckerly, as the puck escapes the ice surface, goes into the bench belonging to Tim Sager and the White Bear Lake Bears. Garrett Windle, the head coach for the Mounds Mustangs this year. Draw one by White Bear. Slapper from the blue line goes on goal. It took a couple of bounces on the way, but making the save is Petrich. He has been busy and is save number 18 of the night for the captain. Conlon, another captain on this team, will take the draw. Goes to the far corner. Bears steal it away. Stepping up is Aikens. Mazzacco able to navigate around the Bears and gets it forward. Helped along by Conlon deep into the White Bear Lake zone. Driscoll for White Bear. Puck comes free. Dangerous area. Helping it out was Aikens. He'll go off the wall. Spun back by Mazzacco. Rims it deep for Leo Gabriel to avoid a chasing Mustang. Here comes Mounds View again. The shot goes just over the left shoulder of Gabriel. Out to neutral ice it goes. Bears trying for an odd man rush. It's Olsen. His pass broken up. Hard off the glass by Petrich. Grant Dean in for Mounds View. But took a little bit of too much time there as he went to the blue line, and Sam Schulte caught offsides as a result. 6:09 to go in the middle frame on that Pods Complete Car Care and Accessories scoreboard. No, just one penalty this entire game. Was back in the first period on the Bears. So Bears have yet to have a Will Anderson American Family Insurance power play. As the puck finds the glove of Petrich. Again, we talked about this earlier, Zach, but how cool is it to have a pretty full building here tonight? This is great.
Yeah, I mean, the energy's been loud for the most part, especially the 5 goals we've had, both sides. I mean, their voices heard and their pleasure from both sides. 3-2, we've got a close game. Can't ask for a whole lot more. And yeah, it's fun. It definitely, you feel the energy here in our little broadcast area we've made, and it's fantastic.
Another question I'd like to know the answer to. Is there a policy now that says that student sections have to sit? Or is that just them choosing to sit? Go find that out. We don't need a camera operator anymore. Just go. You're going to be an investigative reporter, okay? I'm asking you a lot of questions tonight that there's no way you'd have any idea what the answer is. I can answer. How about this one? This one's a good one. What do you think of the Bears' second period so far with 5 to go?
Oh, they have. They came out of the locker room with a purpose. I'll tell you that, Zach. They have been out shooting. I believe they've got 11 shots on goal since the end of the last period where the Mustangs, they only have one, make that 12. They continue to fly around.
Borgstad out to the blue line. Blake Eckerly fired a shot that was turned away. Another try from the blue line and another save for Petrich, as this line just continues to dominate Mounds View tonight. Here's Welch to his right. Rode with the shot, cutting across from right to left and making the save again is Aiden Petrich.
That was a beautiful stop from Petrich, too. Rode had the slot, he had the angle, and just able to get across. And Petrich, that's a big-time save, keeping this a one-goal game.
Back to the blue line, a shot ricochets off of something in front. I way too fast to tell with the naked eye, but regardless, it goes into the netting behind Leo Gabriel and that White Bear Lake goal. And there was definitely disparity in that first period in shots, Zach, but now you look at that board, that is staggering, 25-7. But the Mustangs have been able to answer very quickly. At least they did in the first 17. This middle frame, it's been a bit different, as they're going to call Olsen and Stanius offside. I was wondering if this was Rick Astley or this version of that song, Young Gravy.
Young Gravy.
You a fan of Young Gravy?
I actually went to his first concert here.
I figured, yeah. You're a college kid in 2022. You're 9 times out of 10 you're going to find a Young Gravy fan in that demo.
Get well-produced music and random lyrics, combine them, and you got Young Gravy. Yeah. What more can you want?
God bless TikTok. Here are the Mustangs, left side, shot, save made by Gabriel. It bounced off of his body and went into the netting. A tough break there for Grant Dean, who earned that great opportunity and was probably hoping for maybe a second or a third, but the shot was so hard, and I rarely see it go off of the padding and over the glass and into the netting, but it's a credit to Grant Dean's shot. That was a hard one and a big save for Gabriel.
Yeah, that was indeed. As you mentioned, you don't very see it often where it goes out the pad into the netting, and big time save off the blocker, keeping it one goal game. On the other side, it's Gabriel who makes a big save.
Nolan Road watched it go past him. It's Zach Baird for Mounds View. Connects with Johnny Conlon in front of the White Bear Lake bench. Battle continues. Tim Sager, Chris Anderson looking on. Sean Padden down there as well. Shout out to Sean Padden, the assistant coach for White Bear Lake. His father back home after a stint in transitional care. Had a pretty serious injury, but sounds like he's recovering well and enjoying some White Bear hockey on the horn. Here's Conlon for the Mustangs. Skates his way through the slot area, ends up just sending it back behind as the Mustangs look to set up a forecheck. They haven't had a lot of time on attack here in this middle frame, and credit to White Bear Lake's defense, getting that puck out whenever they can. They'll try to do it once again here as it's soccered into the neutral zone by Aiden Welch. Landon Mazzocco returns the favor, gets it deep, tried to center. Nice intercepted pass as Belial sent it off the wall, nearly caught a breaking Jack Stanius. Bears keep it in, so Stanius doesn't have to touch up. He'll skate it around here to the outside, and the Bears will try to set up a forecheck of their own. They sent it out in front, and trying to jam it home was Nolan Road, but he couldn't get the job done. Petrich with another big save, keeping this a one-goal hockey game on that Pods Complete Car Care and Accessories scoreboard.
And turnovers are starting to become a real big issue here for the Mustangs. It's another turnover in their own zone. Win the play, and the Bears, they slowly and steadily, they create some kind of chance. Comes out of nowhere. There's another one. Petrich with another big save, but it's this forecheck for White Bear Lake is really starting to hound Mounds View.
Olsen's pass goes off the wall, tracked down by Kevin Laska. Down low for Olsen. Had it poked off his stick. Stepping up is Gallatin. Jams it back behind that Mounds View goal. Mustangs trying to find some way to break it out here. They're able to get it to neutral ice, and then it finds its way through. Race for the puck is on, and a great defensive play by Blake Eckerly. Hands stay down. The Mustangs looking for a call there, didn't get one. And they're still taking, well, I think we might have a penalty on Mounds View. I think the complaints were heard by the official, and heading to the box is Jack Laux. And it might be one of those unsportsmanlike. We'll get the official call in a moment from the public address announcer, Alex Westad. Another great year having him at the TCO Sports Garden. And the Bears now will have a power play in the closing stages of period number 2. Puck is sent into the stands dangerously. Everybody is okay. Still waiting to hear the official penalty that was called on Jack Laux. 1 minute to go in period number 2. And we're going to get another penalty as the puck is on the ice, and I think we're going to get 4-on-4 action. So back to even strength. Lyle is taking issue with it, and they're going to call a slashing call, and he's not happy. And eventually we're going to get the, I mean, I guess I could probably check my phone and it'd be faster now. Unsportsmanlike conduct, exactly what we thought it was. Don't even have to wait for Alex anymore. Wonderful internet. Long pass does not connect, and icing is waved off. Here's Rode in front. Welch with the shot, missed the net. Puck bounces around. It's scooped up by Gallatin. He'll look to his left, winds up, fires a pass all the way through. Mustangs with a half minute to go on the middle frame. They'll skate it into the White Bear Lake end now. It's Conlon to his left. Bodies collide in front of the White Bear Lake goal. It's ruled incidental contact. We play on. Behind the goal, Gallatin. Trying to fight off Conlon, is able to do so. Finds some open ice, goes to his left for Rode. Rode gathers speed through neutral ice, but he's offside as he skated in. They say Borgstad was a touch in front of the line. He says Borgstad said he dragged his foot. The official said he didn't. And with 11.5 to go in period 2, we'll have a draw just outside that Mounds View end. There'll be about 8 seconds of power play time for the Mustangs in the third period. As Borgstad dropped to his knees. 3 seconds, 2. And at the buzzer, Gabriel makes the save. That might have counted, but he got the pad down and will almost get the double digits on the shots on goal counter for the Mustangs, but they fall just short after 2 periods of play. And Mustangs, after answering the Bears in kind in that first period, unable to answer the 1 goal the Bears scored in the second period. And through 34 minutes of regulation, it's 3-2 White Bear Lake.
Yeah, White Bear Lake this period, they came out and they had their way pretty much the entire period. It was start to finish, pure domination. They entered the zone cleanly. They're able to dump puck in, they chase, create chances left and right. Petrich ended up saving, I don't know how many, probably 3-4 more great scoring opportunities. And for the most part, I mean, he's been one of the key factors that's kept the Mustangs in this game that's been a 1-goal lead. For White Bear Lake, if they play like they have been, and when you have a shot total 28-9 and you are just pounding your opponents in just a single frame like that, it's really hard to keep up. And Mounds View, the only thing that they can be happy about, that I would keep it, you know, they're in a 1-goal game. This game far from over. Plenty of time. You got another 17-minute frame coming up here, third period action, but fantastic.
I did the math wrong. It's actually going to be 11 seconds of power play time.
Oh, that's White Bear math. There we go.
I was so confident it was 8. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So 11 seconds after that. But the third period, Zach, is going to start with 53 seconds of 4-on-4, and we saw very clearly as soon as those two players now were out the ice, that open ice, that definitely favors White Bear Lake.
Yeah, I mean, it showed too. Here on this 4-on-4, they had a couple shots. White Bear's been playing as the faster team. They clearly could play well, especially this first line. Rode, Borgstad, and Welch have just been phenomenal. I mean, they're uncomparable to the rest of who's out there. They've done a great job shutting down Conlon for Mounds View, who's been their points leader and easily their best player so far this season. And it's hard to get anything else when White Bear Lake controls the puck like they have as well, and they've been controlling their own zone and controlling puck possession as well.
We'll take a breather, and we'll come back for 17 more minutes of hockey and see if that decides a winner. It might not. If it doesn't, we'll go to overtime. But regardless, what a game it has been. A little bit lopsided in the time on attack and shots, but Mounds Mustangs, a heck of a hockey team here, giving the Bears all sorts of trouble. And it's been a very, very entertaining 2 periods of play. Stick around, won't you, for the third. He's Zach Chapman. I'm Zach Halverson. You're not going to believe it. We added another Zach to the staff. Zach Rudine is here as well. And we might just make it a requirement at this point. Sorry, Gabe. Sorry, Josh. Sorry, Chad. I mean, his name's in the actual name of the company, but sorry, everybody.
Yeah.
It's the Zach show now. We should call it the Zach. Well, let's see how it works as we go to break. White Bear Lake 3, Mounds View 2. After 2 periods of play on the Pods Complete Car Care and Accessories scoreboard. We'll be back with the third after this. You're watching White Bear Lake Boys Hockey on the Zach.
I'm Will Anderson. Graduated from White Bear Lake High School in 1991. Played hockey for the Bears for 3 years. I was lucky enough to go to the state tournament my sophomore and junior year. My thing in American Family is I believe that customer service is a lost art form. You can buy insurance from a number of different people and a number of different ways out there. If you're buying insurance online and you don't have a representative, I'd love to be that person. One of the things that makes us a little bit different is we always insure people the way we would want to be insured. So I start out with a very robust insurance package. I believe that your home is your number one asset. So you want to make sure that's very well protected. Most people would rather pay a little bit more to have great coverage. And that's what we do. We give people the options for great protection. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, but you can call us, text us at 612-361-7283. That's my cell phone, 612-361-7283, or WillAndersonAgency.com.
We started almost 20 years ago now doing just tires and wheels, and it's morphed into full service automotive repair, maintenance, and now into custom truck accessories. We do sprayed in truck bed liners, we do some industrial coatings as well. So really anything in a vehicle, pertaining to a vehicle, that's what we do. We're all locally owned, we're all from here. You go from helping a customer at service counter, and then later on in the night you can see them at a hockey game or a football game, and it's nice to be able to say hi to those guys, and we appreciate their support. I don't need to fix everything on your car today and never see you again. We want to grow relationships, right? When we talk to people about auto repair needs, things like that, it's more of a kind of a 1 through 10 level, right? We'll help educate you and discuss how severe your repairs might be and what can wait a little while. Our telephone number is 651-426-4640. We have a website, it's www.podstire.com. Of course, we're on Facebook and Instagram as well.
I'm Will Anderson. Graduated from White Bear Lake High School in 1991. Played hockey for the Bears for 3 years. I was lucky enough to go to the state tournament my sophomore and junior year. My thing at American Family is I believe that customer service is a lost art form. You can buy insurance from a number of different people and a number of different ways out there. If you're buying insurance online and you don't have a representative, I'd love to be that person. One of the things that makes us a little bit different is we always insure people the way we would want to be insured. So I start out with a very robust insurance package. I believe that your home is your number one asset. So you want to make sure that's very well protected. Most people would rather pay a little bit more to have great coverage. And that's what we do. We give people the options for great protection. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, but you can call us, text us at 612-361-7283. That's my cell phone, 612-361-7283, or willandersonagency.com.
Welcome back, period number 3 here on the Horn. We find out in the break that the Zach sucks, so we'll just go with the Horn. White Bear Lake 3, Mounds 2 on the Pods Complete Car Care and Accessories scoreboard. Thanks to Ryan Potwheels and the Pods Complete Car Care and Accessories team for their support, as well as Will Anderson. Question of the period for Zach Chapman. Zach, how do Zambonis work?
They drive across the ice.
Yeah.
New service. You give it.
It's like we do have to do a serious broadcast at some point. We should note Zach hasn't eaten for some reason in like 24 hours. I haven't slept in about 19. So we're
oh man,
we're gonna be a couple of wonderful cards here in this 17 minutes of regulation we have left. 4-on-4 for another 38 seconds. We saw late in the first period that definitely benefited White Bear just a bit. They got a lot of great chances, but much to the Bears' chagrin, Aiden Petridge has been a phenomenal goaltender in this hockey game, and he has continued that throughout the first 2 periods, and he'll continue it here in the third period with a nice little save there with his stick directing into the corner. Here's Borgstad trying to go past a Mounds Mustang, is unable to do so. Landon Mazzacco finds the window, and puck goes to the neutral ice. Nolan Road handled it for a moment. He'll get it back, and now the Mustangs will have 10 seconds or so of power play time. Nolan Road just pretending like that doesn't exist as he skates it into the zone. And the penalty is over, and we are back to 5-on-5 after a long 4-on-4. Nice, just a bit more crowded as it's rimmed around the wall to neutral ice. In the official semicircle, dropping down was Laux. Backhanded deep by Belisle. Behind the Mounds View goal, it's Sam Schulte stopping there. Olsen trying to put a big hit on. Puck turned over. Here's a chance for Olsen. He sends it just wide. Gibson, the great setup. Devin Willett down there as well. As the puck is pinned up in front of the penalty box doors. Coming away with it is Schulte. Schulte had it stolen away by Olsen. Schulte trying to get it right back. He hands it over for Conlon, and the Mustangs have numbers. Conlon to his right, chance, shot, score. Jack Louts, 2:02 into period 3, ties it up at 3.
That's just a textbook 2-on-1 there. You skate it through, catch the defender in a terrible position, play a cross-ice pass, and easy shot for Louts. Tied up at 3, even things up, and we have got ourselves a very interesting game here. And as the water bottle is back on.
I was just going to say, the Bears, 3 goals on 10 shots doesn't look great, but really I don't know if we can blame Gabriel on any of them. They've been really good opportunities, and much like the water bottle for Leo Gabriel, the goaltender himself has been left out to dry multiple times in this game.
Yeah.
And that was another example. I can't wait to get an explanation as to why that water bottle won't stay up on top. I mean, maybe the netting is pulled too tight, so it's like just rolling off, but regardless.
There are a lot of different stories.
I also don't like the fact that, you have to put it somewhere, so they put it in the goal itself, but I feel like that can cause some issues too. Regardless, we'll quit worrying about scoreboards and Zambonis and water bottles and the fashion of our mascot, and we'll get back to the game. Here's Brady Borgstad, and it poked off his stick. Now it's Welch with a chance, tried to find Rode, but is unable to do so. Back the other way come the Mustangs. Right wing side, a shot goes on goal. Gabriel making the save, denying Aiden Bale, the junior forward, an opportunity. An absolute perfect start for Mounds, exactly what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, they came out of the locker room, big time goal, and now they're skating probably the best I've seen so far this game. They look a lot more comfortable than they did in the second period here in the first 3 minutes. See how the Bears respond.
Mounds View has yet to have a lead in this one as they skated in offside. Bears have set the pace, but to the credit of the Mustangs, they've continued pace on the scoreboard. A jam-packed TCO Sports Garden on a Thursday evening. Kind of the weird lull between the holidays. Rode trying to make his New Year's weekend a little bit better. And again, we can't say enough good things about Aiden Petridge. That senior goaltender for Mounds View has just been great so far, and the main reason the Mustangs are in this one still with 13.5 to go in the third. Off the draw, off the glass. Now off the glove of Will Distad before he took a sizable check. Sam Schulte offside. Or I guess it found its way into the White Bear Lake bench, one of them. And it's a big difference because that's the official, or the face-off will be in the White Bear Lake zone. High off the glass. Kept in by Weimer for a moment, but the Bears force it out. Welch goes to his left, off the wall, and Rode has beaten to the puck by Weimer. Weimer trying to connect with Grant Dean. Puck goes to the blue line, but it's kept in left side. Here's Belial. Belial with the shot, redirected off of Borgstad's stick, and the field goal is good. But unfortunately, that's football.
Yeah.
It's not a thing in hockey. But a great look. I mean, Belial doing exactly what he wanted to do, getting that puck in on the ice, and a decent deflection by Borgstad. Obviously wanted it on goal, but you want to just get your stick on that puck and hope for the best. They're so tough to stop. Here's Willett battling with the other 7 on the ice. Poked off his stick. Stanius trying to help and support. Willett trying to break the puck free, is able to do so. Centers one, goes all the way through. Grant Dean will pick up for the Mustangs. I checked that is actually Mitch Olson as he cuts from left to right and lost the puck because Charlie Olson was there. Off a couple of bodies, off the back wall, off the side of the cage, and it's grabbed by Driscoll and played to the blue line, but kept in by Bale. He'll go to his right. Chance Olson with the shot. Shoulder save made by Gabriel. Another try, a dangerous opportunity. Centering the puck was Jack Laux, and coming over there with the blocker and covering the puck up was Gabriel. A couple of big plays there made by the White Bear Lake goaltender.
Oh, yeah, and Mitch Olson was left wide open, all alone, and that right circle dot, very surprising he didn't even get a little more on it, not able to put it in the back of the net. That was a great opportunity for Olson to put it in the back of the net, and defense falling apart a little bit for White Bear Lake, trying to rebound, but Gabriel, 2 big saves there.
This is a scrappy Mounds View Mustang squad. They certainly don't have much quit in them, and White Bear, even though they've outshot the Mustangs by more than a 2-to-1 ratio, still tied on the scoreboard where it counts. Sam Schulte. Him along with Landon Mazzocco playing a key part to the defensive success of the Mustangs so far, helping out their goaltender the best they can, and slowing down this forward staff of White Bear Lake has not been an easy task. Behind the Mounds View goal. I am not going to bring up what the mascot is wearing one more time. The rest of the game, it's done. It just looks weird to me. Does it not look weird?
Yeah, I can't tell what he's trying to be, if he's trying to be in a different era.
I saw it 2 weeks ago, too, and I thought maybe there was a theme. But you got to get him a White Bear jersey. Maybe he's doing a protest. Maybe they won't give him a jersey. I don't know. Here's Road. Delisle. And wow. Oh, man. I don't know if I agree with that. White Bear Lake's going to get a power play. They definitely did trip up a little bit, but he didn't fall. And I guess I don't know. To me, in this situation, I don't know. They call it tripping, but Bears will go on the power play. It's their first power play of the hockey game. It's a Will Anderson American Family Insurance power play. Bears are 6 for 21 on the year, 28%. So pretty dangerous on the power play, but on the penalty kill, Mounds View 21 for 22, 95%. So we'll see what happens here. A very good power play versus a very good penalty kill. Here's Belisle to his right, connecting with Welch. Out high for Belisle. Right side, Belisle playing pitch and catch with Welch. Back to Belisle with the shot, hits the shin pad. Try to go back to Belisle, but a great defensive job by Grant Dean, getting his body in the way of the shot and then forcing the pass away and forcing the Bears to regroup and leave the Mounds View zone. They will re-enter the Mustang zone now. It's Nolan Road, the St. Cloud State commit, all the way around the ice, giving it to Belisle. Belisle tried to go down low. Great job tracking that puck down by Johnny Conlon, getting his stick on that one and clearing it down immediately. Bears will try to come immediately right back. It's Road. Left it backwards for Welch. Welch over to Gallatin. Gallatin had it knocked off his stick, and then touching the puck up will be Belisle, as we're going to get a 4-on-4. They're going to call interference on Gallatin, as perhaps some frustration boiled over. But this is a very tightly called game, Zach.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, it had been pretty clean coming into this period as well. We didn't see a whole lot of penalties, maybe 3, 4. Not a whole lot, especially in that first period. Now you got big hit interference. You had the tripping, and
Yeah, it definitely have battened down the hatches here. So 4-on-4 for another 40 seconds. And then the Mustangs will have a power play. They had a brief one earlier. They capitalized on their first power play of the hockey game. They have yet to lead. It is 3-3, 8:50 to go in the third period. And here comes Mounds View. Landon Mazzocco in the corner. Knocked away from the puck nicely by Eckerly. Up the right side, here's Stanius. He'll fire a shot, ramps off the stick, goes wide of the Mounds View goal where Eckerly will grab it at the half wall. Drops it down low. Stanius looking for options, goes to Olsen, right side, one-time shot, and what a glove save made by Petrich coming across. Oh, a great look for Will Distad. Wound up, fired the one-timer up to the corner, but Petrich is there to stop play. 69 seconds of power play time now for the Mounds View Mustangs with 8.5 to go in the third period on the Pods Complete Car Care and Accessories scoreboard.
Yeah, talk about robbery right there. That was what Petrich did there. Distad, that was a beautiful shot. I mean, it was going right in that top corner, takes it away, flashes the glove, and just keeps it out of the net. Avoid a shorthander. Stay at 3 with 8 minutes to go.
Crucial moment in this one. 50 seconds remain on the power play for Mounds View. They capitalized earlier. Decent power play. The Bears have struggled a bit on the penalty kill, but so far, so good here as Belial is going to fire that one down 200 feet. Count it as a shot on goal, you might as well. I know Petrich and his family would very much like that to be the case. And another kind of save made as the Mustangs unable to muster up much of a forecheck here with the man advantage. They'll try once more with 10 seconds, but it goes all the way around and it's cleared out by the Bears, so that'll virtually do it. Grady Gallatin will come out of the penalty box. Bears are full strength and just over 7 to go here in the third. The Mustangs fighting their way through neutral ice. Here's Conlon looking for options, fires one all the way through, hits the corner wall, dribbles back to Mazzocco at the blue line. Mazzocco's shot blocked by the skates of Nolan Road. He'll skate to the bench. Coming back to grab it is Mazzocco. He'll look for options. Tried to find Weimer. Olsen got in the way of that, but Weimer came over in support and poked it off of Olsen's stick. The Mustangs sent it down the ice. They were just behind the red line, and they will be called for icing. Just under 7 to go in the third. Bears win the draw. Across, Distad's shot. Stick, finds its way through. It's a goal. Petrich looking for a stick save. Appeared to have whiffed on it. Goes all the way through, and a pretty basic shot from Will Distad at the blue line. Ends up in the back of the net, and the Bears get the lead right back.
Well, that is a wacky kind of deflection it takes off the stick. Looks like, yeah, like you said, another simple play. Just stick it away, trying to center it and bring it to the corner, and instead just up and over. I think it ends up hitting the crossbar going down. And
yeah. Just a weird hop.
Not a goal Distad was expecting, but for sure one he'll smile and one he'll take.
Bears seem to have a little hop in their step. Now Gallatin looking for Olsen, who one hands it just wide of the Mounds View goal. Mustangs trying to answer once again. They've been able to answer all game long. It was 1-0 White Bear. Mustangs tied it shortly after. Same thing, 2-2. Same thing, 3-3. Now the Bears back in the lead, back in control. Here's Charlie Olsen across left side, back in the direction of Olsen, but getting the shot off was Borgstad in the way, and Petrich made the save.
Yeah, I mean, it gets caught up in the stick. I believe it was Olsen who had it right out in front. And if it doesn't get caught in the stick, there's a good chance he's able to maybe make a move, try to put it from the forehand to the backhand around Petrich, but it gets caught right in the pads of Petrich. Ends up covering up, and opportunity missed there for the Bears.
Off the draw, Rode trying for a quick face-off play there as he looked to his right for Stanius, but he couldn't connect. Stanius has it now for White Bear Lake. Poked off his stick, but Rode in support will send it back behind the Mounds. You go where it bounces the corner. Stanius grabs it and skates it behind. Tried to center, hit the side of the cage instead, and it's scooped up here by Mitch Olson. He'll try to go up the far side. Also down there is Willett, but the puck does escape that Mounds zone. Beautiful moves here as the Mustangs enter the zone. Chance across. It's loose in front and pushed around in the slot and then cleared to the corner. A great opportunity for Mounds View, but they can't finish. Another try from out in front, and the loose puck grabbed after making the save by Leo Gabriel, and the Mustangs threaten, but they can't get it past Leo.
Yeah, I mean, that was a beautiful play there. I don't exactly remember for White Bear Lake who went down, but Bale.
What a great move.
Yeah, beautiful move. Creating a 2-on-1 right on his own there across the blue line. And if that puck trickles through, I mean, we're talking about another 2-on-1 play that the Mustangs could have converted on, tied up, but wow.
Nolan Rode connects with Welch. Welch trying to go back to Rode. Instead, it's driven to the corner. Clock ticking away. Here's Welch driving in, backhand shot, save made, and it's under the pads and now gloved by Aiden Petrich. Another save made as that shot on goal counter reads 36 tonight. 32 saves for the Mounds View Mustang goaltender. Right side shot, hits a body in front, goes to left side. Another try through the slot by Noah Driscoll doesn't go. Olson offside. Six consecutive saves made by Gabriel since that Mustang third goal of the game. We will try to keep that number at 3 because Zach Chapman's got to eat. So we can't have that extra session. That is known by a word that I'm not allowed to say as an announcer. And neither are you. Do not say overtime. Sorry. Down the ice it goes. Stanius in the corner. Willett looking after it. Tries to get a stick on it, but some nice work by Mitch Olson. The Mustangs are able to clear. Olson, now Bale. Bale, the red line here. Just over 4 to go. Off the wall. Schulte to the corner. Eckerly had it stolen away. Centered pass out in front. It's in the crease. Gabriel trying to cover it up. There's the whistle, and it's in the blue paint, but it's not joining the water bottle of Leo Gabriel in the White Bear Lake net, and we remain at 4-3. Looks like they got it back out on top. Okay, we're good.
Yeah. We'll see how long it sits there. It's been popping off a couple times, but Leo Gabriel, once again, he's been in great positioning here as of late. There's another great example down the stretch, able to just cover up with his pads and whatnot, but he's been able to be in great spots to make great saves.
Mustangs would love to help that water bottle off the shelf of the White Bear Lake goal. Grant Dean pushing it to the corner. Bears trying to break it out. They got it just outside the zone. Conlon will handle it for Mounds View. He finds Schulte, who gains a line, ridden off the puck, picked up by Borgstad. Returned behind the White Bear Lake goal. Joe Belisle gathers some speed. His pass hits a stick. It's scooped up by Welch. Nice moves. Welch backhand shot save. Rebound picked up by Welch again as he looks for options. Finds Rode, and his shot hits some traffic in front and goes to the corner. Back now to Welch. Out high for Distad. A shot from Belisle is turned away by Petrich. Borgstad Doesn't have a stick, is just pushing bodies around. Bodies collide in front. Rode with the big hit, but the puck comes free, and here's Schulte. Schulte fires a shot, hits a shin pad. Gabriel out of his crease to swallow that one up with 2:42 to go in the third. Clock becoming a factor here for Moundsview. We'll keep an eye on head coach Garrett Windle. He might choose that this might be the right time for a timeout. We'll see. Looks maybe not the case. Draw forced near the White Bear Lake goal, but great work by Akins getting into the outside, and the Bears able to break it out. Charlie Olson driven hard into the wall. It'll be Weimer handing it over to Mazzocco. Mazzocco retreats. The right side, now another 85-foot pass to the left as Olson skated just past it, allowed the Bears to get it back deep as they pass in front. The one-time shot from Stanius doesn't go for the Bears. Stanius down deep, centers one, stolen away by Bale. Aiden Bale fights his way past the White Bear Lake Bear and Stanius, and Bale will gain the line. He'll dump it in. 1:40 to go. We will keep an eye on Aiden Petrich. The Bears leading, trying for their first win at home of the year after losing to Eastridge in the home opener a couple weeks ago here at TCO Sports Garden. Under 90 remaining. Have to imagine as they skated forward, Johnny Conlon sends it down deep. Petrich still in his goal, still at the top of the crease, and the Bears able to send it down the ice. That will go for an icing, and with 67 seconds remaining, we'll have a face-off in the White Bear Lake zone. Almost certainly a timeout upcoming, and an opportunity for the Horns expert hockey analyst, there we go, Zach Chapman, to break down for us what we should expect here in the final minute and 7 seconds of regulation.
Man, this is like the time, too. You go and you look at your phone, you look at Gabe Bartlett. Credit to him, even though he's not here.
He's probably insulted by me calling you the Horns expert hockey
analyst. I can't call myself a hockey expert, to say the least.
I mean, you played soccer, right?
Vaguely.
It's kind of like hockey.
Just a little bit. Not
really. There's 2 goals. And there's goals. And a way stupider way of deciding ties.
A quicker clock goes up in soccer, clock goes down in hockey, Similar.
Really.
Very similar.
I mean, you want to talk about the difference between European and American sports? The scoreboard was off for a half a second, and they had to stop play and had 3 seconds just in case we lost any precious time. Meanwhile, soccer, they play till the official feels like it's over. Well, I will say the World Cup, FIFA, they did a much better job with stoppage time this time go around. I like that. More stoppage time. I want to see 150th minute. One of these.
That would be a very, very intriguing and
probably not the best of reason for that too, I would imagine.
No, that I don't even want to know what that would feel like on their bodies either.
No. All right, Alan Parsons' project is playing. The Bears have 5 skaters and a goaltender. The Moundsview Mustangs have 6 skaters and 0 goaltenders on the ice. There's 67 seconds on the clock. White Bear Lake has a 1-goal lead. Head coach Tim Sanger said, well, if you can take a timeout, so can I. And so if you liked that minute of nothing, well, I got some great news for you. We're going to double that. We're going to give you another minute of teams gathered around their head coaches talking about possible scenarios.
Well, when you got 2 timeouts back-to-back, it means this is a very important face-off, very important play. I can tell you that. 1:07 to go. Petrich more than likely going to be out for the rest of the way, but this is going to be one big face-off, maybe arguably the greatest of the night in terms of who wins it. White Bear Lake, I'm assuming we'll see if they try to draw something up, try to get it out of the zone, or if they're just going to send it free will and hope for the best that bouncing puck lands into the back of the net, ice the game. As for Mounds View, one last chance to draw something up, draw some kind of play, especially if they can get a face-off win for the most part.
All right, let's try this again. The White Bear mascot is air guitar. It's Guns N' Roses. It's Mounds View. It's White Bear. I'm going to say the exact same thing I just said because some people might be tuning in. Plus, it builds energy and drama and excitement. 67 seconds to go in the third period. White Bear Lake 4, Mounds View 3. It's 6-on-5. Aiden Petrich is watching this action from the bench. Can the Mounds View Mustangs answer a fourth time? They win the draw. In the skates, a rough break there as the Bears will ice the puck, and we'll do this again. 59.7 on the clock. The Mustangs won the draw. That was good. What was bad is the pass went to Sam Schulte. He was in his skates. He couldn't control, and that allowed the Bears to ice it. This time, Leo Gabriel will look to his right. Another big face-off win for the Mustangs. Across, one-time shot, Mazzocco, and he misses just wide. Controlling it here is Bale. He got it on goal, spinning and firing one. Making the save is Leo Gabriel, denying Grant Dean an opportunity. 50 seconds to go. Time moving very slow for White Bear Lake fans here at TCO Sports Garden. The draw is won by the Bears. It's Welch to his right. Here's Borgstad with the empty net. Brady Borgstad moving in. He'll shoot, he'll score, and the Bears will win their first game of the 2022-2023 season on home ice. They lead now 5-3.
That was a beautiful job there from White Bear Lake, just getting the puck out of the zone. Beautiful job there, patient, getting it out. Borgstad just plays along the line. Didn't force it either. He could have right away just sent the puck down the ice, decided to go along the boards, and ends up winning the battle. Nobody able to catch up, and an easy, very easy empty netter for Brady Borgstad. Ices this game 5-3, and a big win coming here for White Bear Lake.
Bears played well. Mounds View, for their part, also played well. It was a heck of a game. White Bear Lake very happy to get back into the win column here in this building. Always fun to win in front of your home fans. They will play later this year. Mounds will be back here at TCO Sports Garden. But they're happy as the time expires. 51 minutes in the books. And the Bears defeat the Mustangs 5-3.
Yeah, excellent game for White Bear Lake all around. They played really good. Fast period. They played with pace. They played with purpose. Didn't end up in the box too many times like they did last time we were here against Eastview. All players stayed on. We didn't have an injection. That was great to see. But White Bear Lake, they played really well. And credit to Petrich, too. He had a fantastic game. Definitely a top 3 player tonight. For Mounds View, kept him in it, kept it a 2-goal game. I mean, outshot 39-18. White Bear Lake, many good scoring opportunities. He took away plenty of them, but in the end, White Bear Lake, the better team, and they get the win tonight.
St. Cloud will come to town on Tuesday to take on the Bears. We will have that for you here on the Horn. On Thursday, a week from today, it will be another Suburban East Conference collision. As Forest Lake will make the trip down Highway 61 to battle the White Bear Lake Bears. This is a rematch of their battle on December 17th, in which the Rangers were defeated by the Bears 5-2 up at the Forest Lake Sports Center. Happy to bring it to you all here on the Horn. Zach Chapman, your final thoughts?
Well, White Bear Lake, once again, just credit to them all around, especially that first line. Welch, Road, and Borkstead were a force to be reckoned with tonight, scoring almost, all 3-4 of the goals for White Bear Lake, and they were fantastic right away. They were able to get passes through and through. They had great connections. They were faster than the rest of the team from Mounds View. They played with purpose and whatnot. As I continue to drag on and wish for food.
Yeah.
But all around, they played a really fantastic game. And while it's a 2-goal win for White Bear Lake, and there's definitely things to work on for White Bear Lake, it was definitely very great to see them improve compared to last game. They get their 7th win of the season. It was crucial. Maybe wish they won more, but when you got a good goaltender like Petrich, it's closer than you think. But all around, they played a really fantastic game, start to finish.
There's a lot more than I thought I was going to get from you. I imagine you are itching to get this broadcast over with so you can go get some food. Same here, though you have me beat by about 18 hours since our last meal. Anyway, thank you, Zach Chapman. Thank you, Zach Rudine. I'm Zach Halverson. So long, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for spending your Thursday evening with us. We will again be back next week, and we can't wait to bring it to you all here on The Horn. Have a wonderful new year. We will see you next year. The Wild are still playing, I believe, the Dallas Stars. Go listen to it on FM 100.3 KFA and The Fan and the free iHeartRadio app. It's a fun thing to do. Just go check out that and go Wild. So for everybody here, I'm Zach Halverson. So long. Have a great evening, and we'll see you next time on the home of White Bear Nation, The Horn.
Well, we started almost 20 years ago now doing just tires and wheels, and it's morphed into full service automotive repair, maintenance, and then now into custom truck accessories. We do sprayed in truck bed liners, we do some industrial coatings as well. So really anything in a vehicle, pertaining to a vehicle, that's what we do. We're all locally owned, we're all from here. You go from helping a customer at service counter, and then later on in the night you can see them at a hockey game or a football game, and it's nice to be able to say hi to those guys, and we appreciate their support. I don't need to fix everything on your car today and never see you again. We want to grow relationships, right? When we talk to people about auto repair needs, things like that, it's more of a kind of a 1 through 10 level, right? We'll help educate you and discuss how severe your repairs might be and what can wait a little while. Our telephone number is 651-426-4640. We have a website, it's www.podstire.com. Of course, we're on Facebook and Instagram as well.